Hey everybody. So I just wanted to jump in here really quick and talk for a few minutes about dirty keto versus whole foods keto. There's so much out there. It's kind of cool because there's a lot of recognition being given to keto now. It's becoming a little more mainstream. When I started 3 years ago, which keto's been around for a long, long time and different iterations of it, but when I started, it was like, you're doing what? That's so bad for you. And more people are doing it and having a lot of success and health benefits from it. So that's awesome. But then you go to the store and every other thing says keto friendly. First of all, please know what that means. Like look at the ingredients, because that's not necessarily true that it's keto friendly. So definitely understand what that means. Look at the ingredients. Look at the nutrient profile to really know if it is or not. I'm not sure what kind of guidelines people follow in order to put that on their label. I don't know. It might be. I don't even know, because as I'm thinking about it, it's all across the board what you find that says keto friendly. Sometimes it's just that it's low carb, even though it has just all sorts of crap in it. Sometimes it's that, oh, it's gluten free and it's made with cauliflower, therefore it has to be keto. But then the carbs are really high. So it's kind of like I guess there really aren't any guidelines. So that's my first thing. That has something to do with whether you're like, whole foods or dirty keto, but just in general, as it's getting more popular, please pay attention because just because it says it's keto does not mean it is. And then if you're sitting there eating all that stuff, you might be like, why am I going backwards? Well, look at what you're eating. So the second thing, and I'm not saying all that stuff is bad. I eat certain things that are like, say keto friendly, but that's because I've looked at it and it actually is. So when it comes down to dirty keto though, and I'm not this is not meant to be judgy at all. It's hopefully to put a little information and guidance out there, because I am really hoping that your goals, whether you're keto or not, or to not just be able to fit in your jeans, but that your ultimate long-term health is most important to you. So people can do certain things that are going to help them cut weight, and that's lovely. But then if you are not feeding yourself well at a cellular level, then down the road, you're going to have problems. And some things that people don't quite take into consideration are things like autoimmune conditions, like, all this inflammation that we can create in our body. And I think that there's kind of a mindset of, oh, well, whatever, you get it. I don't know how. And that's just something, either I'm getting older or bad luck or whatever. But autoimmune stuff comes from inflammation from toxins, which have to do with the chemical crap that we have in all of our food, the stuff that we have around us in our homes we're cleaning with, the stuff we're putting on our bodies, and stress is a toxin, sugar is a toxin, not to mention all the preservatives and chemicals and all that. So just please consider that. You don't want to be skinny and feeling like crap, right? I hope not. So my goal, doing keto or no matter what, is that I'm feeding and fueling my body from the inside out with things that it really needs. And one thing you'll find is that when you're giving your body what it really needs, cravings will go down. If your micronutrients, which is your vitamins and minerals, if they're where they need to be, then you're not going to be struggling as hard with, like I said, cravings, even mood issues, digestive stuff. I mean, your body has a certain template with, what it needs. And if it's not getting that, problems are going to be had. So not only are you starving your body of those nutrients it needs, you can be creating problems that cause it to be harder for your body to absorb those things. You can be causing gut dysfunction. Leaky gut is something I'm sure a lot of people have heard of, and by continually taking those toxins into your body, you can cause, and this is extremely common with our standard American diet, but you can cause basically the lining of your gut is like this and has small holes, like my toxin-free nails. Small holes for the good stuff to get into the bloodstream and the bad stuff to stay out. And because of all the things that I just mentioned, even medications, those holes get bigger. And so particles get into your bloodstream that should not be there. And that causes inflammation. So common. It is so common. And that does not mean you have like gastrointestinal symptoms at all. That is not what that means. I mean, you might, but a lot of people have leaky gut and they don't have gastrointestinal symptoms because it's just like I said, the lining of your gut and these things are getting in, and they might have, like I said, autoimmune stuff, whether it's arthritis or depression even, anxiety, ADD, Crohn's, MS. Like there are so many things that are caused by this, and autoimmune stuff, rosacea, lupus, like there's so many. It's a huge long list, and I feel like there are things that are getting added to that, like, oh, we actually consider that autoimmune too. So that's like the basic, like where to start with your diet if you're wanting to turn things around and get to root cause. So backing up a little bit, the whole reason that I do keto, like from a whole foods approach, is because of all of that. So again, no judgment, and I do feel like if somebody is totally used to a standard American diet and going to fast food all the time and things like that, you have to start somewhere. And so if you need to wean yourself off and take baby steps and get closer, totally fine. I'm like totally celebrating the fact that you're taking baby steps and getting closer to something better and better for you. But please actually be taking the baby steps and not just embracing all this like junk on the market. People are trying to take advantage and make a buck, or like lots of bucks. And so they just slap keto on it and they don't care what it's gonna do to you when you are taking all of this crap into your body. So I just really encourage you to pay attention to that. And if you have been like doing dirty keto, I don't know, maybe consider switching it up a little bit. Your body might actually really thank you for it. And it's interesting because, some people will be doing keto and then they're having these other issues and they don't understand why. And even having to do with like thyroid and things like that. Hashimoto's, that's a big autoimmune, very big one. A lot of people have it. And don't realize they have it. And when you're putting those toxins into your body, that is like a number one like part of that problem, a number one cause of Hashimoto's. Hashimoto's is when your antibodies are attacking your thyroid, and the majority of people, like over 90% who have hypothyroid, it comes from Hashimoto's. It comes because your thyroid is being attacked, because your body like thinks there's a foreign invader in there somewhere, and so it's sending out these antibodies, and then anyway, it attacks your thyroid. So autoimmune is a systemic inflammation issue, and it just depends on the person, genetics, what have you, in terms of where it's going to attack, whether it's your thyroid, your joints, your digestive system, who knows. So usually when you have one autoimmune condition, you have another. This talk was not really meant to be about autoimmune, but that's a big thing that occurs when you're eating whatever you want. Anyway, so all right, you guys, I hope that you are all having a great week, and I would love to hear from you if you have any questions or any input or anything that you have experienced with this subject at all. I am currently in the midst of, we're in the end of week 1 of a Keto for Women program. It's going awesome. I have so much fun with them. My next one will be mid-February. So if you're interested at all, if you're already on my mailing list, you'll hear about it. You can always send me a message. But I do have a Keto Jumpstart Guide on my website. So if you go there, you can sign up for my newsletter and you'll receive that, and then you'll hear about when my new one starts, and you can sign up when I open it up. All right, bye.